Hi guys, this week we're going to talk about writing great character descriptions. A lot of people will sort of tell you not to put detail in because that's the casting director's job, not to describe them, that's the actor's job to figure out what the person's going to be, or the director's job, or the set design. You shouldn't put anything in. I'm going to read what I think are some of the best character descriptions in the many screenplays I read. I just noticed on my notes I don't have written down the people who wrote them, so I'll put it on the screen as I read these. And then I'll tell you the film. I'll read out the description and I'll tell you the film. That way you can picture the actor after you see this. Okay. Interior, present dormitory, future. Eternal night. Cole, late 30s, dark hair, comes awake in a bunk cage, one of many stacked high along the side of a long, dim corridor. He blinks in the near dark, shaken, disorientated. So we've got a guy in his 30s, dark hair, coming awake in a cage. That is out of 12 Monkeys. That character is played by Bruce Willis, who when he made this was well into his 40s and bald. So describe the character you want. The casting people will find the best actor. It's not going to sort of say, oh, we can't have Bruce Willis because he doesn't have hair. Write what you want, but make sure it's good. That is a very good description of the introduction of Cole. Young guy in a caged bunk bed stuck on walls. It's one of my favourite ones, actually, the next one. We look up at Jenny Ann, 29, a real looker when she was a teenager, now too plump to be called pretty, but still cute, and proudly displaying the one benefit of gaining 50 pounds. Her blouse can barely contain her breasts. She takes up his cup of coffee and fills it. That is out of Hell or High Water, written by Taylor Sheridan, which we'll see here. That has everything that people say you shouldn't do. It gives you her history, that she was pretty when she was young. It gives you all that internal stuff that, she's put on 50 pounds. But it describes her very, very well. And if you've seen the film, you get it. So here's a next little bit of action as well that has a bit more of that feel to it. She sets the check on the table. Her phone number is written on it. The look on her face is of coy desperation. Who knows when another handsome man, her age, may wander into town. Jenny Ann, just a thought. She stands there. He says nothing. Her coyness has left her, only desperation remains. Finally, she walks off. In that little bit of description of her action is, who knows when another handsome man will come into town. That's an unfilmable. We don't know what she's thinking, but she can act that. She was a great actress who did this. That is a great character description and a great bit of action description. The next one. This one will probably be obvious. Bozo pulls off his mask. The bank manager gasps. In the reflection of broken glass debris behind the bank manager, we see a glimpse of a scarred mouth and clown makeup. The Joker. That's out of The Dark Knight. I've heard an interview with Christopher Nolan, and he said that was the original idea, that we're going to have all this broken glass and have Heath Ledger's face appear all broken to get the point across that the Joker was a broken individual. He said, but immediately during rehearsal, when Heath pulled off that mask with the whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, that insane look that he got, that the presence he had, Christopher Nolan said, well, we don't need the broken glass. We can just see this guy is cracked. That's the guy we're going with. This is another great one. And you'll also see the difference if you've actually seen these films. An old gas guzzler, dirty, white 74 Chevy Nola barrels down a homeless ridden street in Hollywood. In the front seat sits two young fellas, one white, one black, both wearing cheap black suits, thin black ties, under long green dusters. The name is Vincent Vega, white, and Jules Winnifield, black. Jules is behind the wheel. That is the description of John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Now, the change in that, again, people would say, oh, I don't put too much description in. Long green dusters, which are those long dust coats, but green ones. Quentin Tarantino was writing for himself, but he still had to sell the screenplay. He still had to raise the money. He still had to do all that sort of stuff. So that changed. He just went for, which looks like the Reservoir Dogs look, just black suits. And the amount of money that Jules and Vince Vega had, the cheap black suits have probably just become black suits because they didn't strike me as being overly cheap. They fitted really well. They weren't big or bulky or mistailored. They were very, 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 very well made suits. So you can see how you describe things in context as well. Have you noticed that not one of those descriptions weren't without action? Something was happening in them. They introduced the character as part of an action. It wasn't a case of like, Harry, 50s, tall, white, well-muscled. That's like a shopping list. But if you could say, Harry, tall, 50s, walks down the street, a better physique than the guys around him, he helps someone do something, or whatever, you bring him in through action. You bring this Harry person in through action. All those break rules, as people say. In the Hell or High Water, we talk about what Jenny Ann looked like when she was young. And now that she's put on 50 pounds, what does he call her? Taylor calls her plump, I think he calls her. It tells you exactly what she's like. And you should watch that film and read the script. It's great. The Joker. They changed the shot completely, ripping off the mask, all that sort of stuff. And then we've got Cole, Bruce Willis. Went from a guy in his 30s with dark curly hair to Bruce Willis in his 40s, completely bald. If you like what you get when you watch these things, remember to like, subscribe, click the bell icon, all that sort of stuff. There's heaps of stuff over at Griffiths Creative. This is a very short episode today. I just thought I'd share with you what great descriptions look like, because a lot of people say, don't add detail, don't do anything. All these scripts are available at simplescripts.com, or just search for them. Dark Knight script, you'll find it. 12 Monkeys, Hell or High Water is a must. Search for them, you will find them. Until next time, guys, maybe if you want to go to griffithscreative.com.au, there's heaps of stuff there as well. Until next time, keep writing.